Gotta go fast. Gotta go fast. Gotta go faster, faster. Beyond the walls of Skuldafin, or whatever the hell it's called, is an instanced world of Skyrim that is only water. However, there are a lot of cool things out there that developers left behind. A ghostly building, a dark tower, and a lot of odd dragons. Let's take a closer look at the mysterious water world of Skyrim. Now, Skyrim is such a huge game, and you have this entire map to explore of mountains, forests, and all these different things. But something interesting happens at the end of the game, which I kind of want to showcase. So back when Skyrim first came out, at the end of the game, I realized something. This place that you go to fight Alduin in, the end dragon of the game, is an instanced world. It's not actually part of this big world that we're in now. It's supposed to be a part of it, but it's actually separate. So it loads up a separate map specific for that. When I used to play Morrowind, Oblivion, obviously Skyrim, I used to just hop around all the time trying to make it up steep walls. Anyone who's played this sort of knows this is a trick to climbing things where you need to approach it at a certain angle so that you can sort of inch your way up, and eventually you'll make it to the top. But this is very critical for what I'm about to show you when we go to the last place in the game. So actually I'm going to cut there right now and show you exactly what I'm talking about. So this is the final temple. I believe it's called like Skuldafin or something like that. This is where you go to finish your battle with Alduin and eventually, bring the story to a close. But so when you're out here, you can see all these snowy mountains. But what we want to do is actually go down. There is a elder dragon or a master dragon or whatever it is over here. But we're gonna bypass him. And once I get onto this wall, I'm actually going to just speed up the footage because climbing this wall takes a long time. And you gotta go back and forth like a zigzag. So we're gonna go down here, I'm gonna jump in this water, not die. And the reason why I'm gonna fast forward the footage is because you guys probably don't want to keep hearing me hit the spacebar over and over again because I'm actually playing with keyboard and mouse. So here's the dragon. So we're going to start climbing this wall right here. And how this works is essentially, you keep jumping over and over and over until you eventually make it up the wall. Okay, so after that long walk, we have now reached the edge of the world. So there's a lot of the snow out here you can see has this weird textured pattern to it because they didn't spend a whole lot of time actually creating this area. But what is interesting is now the world becomes water. So from this point forward, we are just going to be walking on water. And that may seem boring because it's just, a water floor and not a whole lot to see. But this map that we're on is the size of the entire world of Skyrim. And that's quite impressive. And the reason why it's impressive, beyond just the scope, is there's so many cool hidden things out here. And I'm going to have to jump around because I honestly don't remember where these things are at. But when I first came out here, like almost a decade ago, I found all kinds of cool things. I found beta areas where they basically were testing like dragon animations. I don't remember off the top of my head what they are. I'm gonna see if I can find where the dragon's at. Okay, so this is really strange. I'm not that far off where we just left, and I actually never realized this, but if I walk over here, it's gonna teleport me way up into the air. Assuming it's gonna happen again. Okay, so I'm on this weird piece of grid, but this is where I was down there. I was way down there. So I'm gonna take a step and fall. Oh, you can actually see the divide. Interesting. So we'll step back, and now I'm way back here again. One thing about Skyrim is sometimes behind the scenes and things like that, you have these weird, just textured rectangles with skewed textures, and I'm pretty sure that's what this is. Actually, I know what it is now. Similar things like this were in Blackreach. So when I was making my Blackreach episode, my Pixel Portal, this was something I had encountered too. So I'm just gonna wander for a bit and I'll cut to things as I find them. So it is starting to come back a little bit. I think the thing I'm heading towards right now is actually these weird square towers or these rectangle towers. I'm not sure why they're all the way out here, but they're just random. And I'm pretty sure they're textured really weird as well. There's not much to go off of. You're just pretty much wandering through this ocean world, and you really want to look for things like this because they sort of guide you from one thing to the next. And I remember this actually in particular, so I'm really glad I just found it, because it's probably going to guide me in the same path that I took before. So as you can see, walking to these objects takes a long time. I've been walking for about 5 minutes, and I probably got a good 10 minutes left. So I put a speed mod on because this was taking way too long, so now I can run super, super fast. Oh, I remember this. Okay, this always confused me because these look like windows to a building or something. Oh wow, this is crazy. It's crazy because I'm remembering these things as I'm encountering them. This was like the ghost building. And if I remember correctly, this is just a big smeared texture blob. Okay, so out in this general direction, I think is a floating perched dragon. I think. Basically, last time I was doing this, I stumbled upon a testing area where it looks like they were testing the actions for dragons. So they would have one randomly perched, and it was completely still until I touched it, and then it came to life. Also, look how far out we are. If I pop open the map, this is where we are. So we're almost technically to Markarth on the map, which is the edge. But we started like right here. So we've come quite a ways. Sonic on the run. Gotta go fast. Gotta go fast. I'm surprised I haven't run into anything else yet. I know it's out here. I will find you, dragons. I will find you. Ugh. Okay, for those of you watching, it's probably been like a split second, but I've been searching for about an hour and a half since that last cut for this dragon. And I've come to the conclusion that they removed it from the PC version. It should be out here, and I cannot find it. I know for a fact it is there on the Xbox version, the 360 version. I'm gonna see if I can boot that up. Try to locate my old copy, see if I can actually get a clip of it. If I can, it'll be in this video right after this. If I can't, well then, nah. Okay, so first and foremost, the 360 version is odd. Sometimes when you load a save, it'll create all these weird horizontal squares of land at different heights, and they just kind of auto-generate as far as the eye can see. It's pretty similar to what I showed you at the start of the video. But they literally appear randomly, and it's impossible to escape if this glitch occurs. There's actually 3 dragons that I know of out here in the 360 version. One is close by the tower, and the other 2 are sort of to the west of it. This is where you can see that weird perched dragon that's sort of just slowly descending to the water, and he doesn't do anything unless you interact with him. He's just slowly drifting. Also, like I said before, if you load a save out here, there's a random chance that the horizontal scattered lands will spawn, and you'll be fighting dragons in the sky. It's so bizarre. But anyways, I just wanted to showcase those in the 360 version. I was able to locate my copy, and I was glad that I could show you that they actually exist, even though they're not there on the PC version. So I hope you enjoyed this little tour through the water world of Skyrim, checking out the ghost building, the weird dark tower thing, and of course the random floating dragons in this water world. I feel like Kevin Costner. Anyways, thank you all for tuning in, and I will see all of you next time. Cheers. Oh hey, you're still here. If you like Super Mario Galaxy, why don't you go ahead and give my SkyTrain video a whirl. There's this off-limit train in the sky that you can't actually get to, but in the video, we actually go to it. I really think you'll enjoy it.